So this is gonna be the installation of the DeLorean's engine and transmission. Got my buddy Chris here. He's gonna help me today. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna try to give you guys a little bit of how-to. Keep in mind we're gonna be hands-on, but yeah, we're towing it right now with the shittiest U-Haul trailer I've ever encountered. This thing is what the Egyptians used to move brick to the pyramid to build it. It's so fucking old. It's ridiculous.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty nuts. Pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny because I haven't driven my car all summer, but even on a trailer, we're driving by people and we're getting the whiplash effect. People looking at it like, what the fuck is that? Oh, duh, I think I know what that is. Crazy. So stay tuned, guys. Like I said, we're gonna try to shoot some video today and walk you through the process of the installation and all that jazz. See, it's on the lift. Chris is just tightening up something up front real quick before I jump back in, so I want to do a quick tour of the underneath the car here. Now this is all going to be changed out suspension wise when it gets up there to DMC, or when it gets up to DPI, but we're in the process of getting the engine and transmission back in it. We got that mated up and everything ready to go there. So before we did that, we decided it would be a good idea to change out all the coolant connections that run on both sides of the car. We're all the way from the back, all the way to the very front, and even underneath the plate here. And obviously that sneaks up there, and you got one up there, and then you got your final ones, one on the bottom here, and then one on the top on the other side. So. But as you can see, you got your radiator, fans, cooler, condenser. Like I said, as you can see, my frame's in pretty good shape, guys. I'm really impressed with how clean this frame is. If it doesn't look completely gray, it's because I'm finding out that on the 83s and whatnot, they apparently put this undercoating all underneath the car, which I guess is supposed to help protect it, except it just looks like absolute ass, opposed to just a pretty great frame. But if it keeps it from rusting, it's better than a rusted frame, I guess. So that's basically what I've been doing, guys. Like I said, you can see the top of the plate, very clean. These bolts are 12, and there's like 20 of them, so keep track of those.
You got 7mm ratchet wrench, Chris? I don't think I have one that's small.
So I'll update you guys when we're here, guys. Going ahead and putting the new motor mount bolts in, so they're ready to go. As you can see, it gets a little tight here, and basically you're going to just let the transmission hang low, so you can angle it up over the bumper area and slide it up underneath there. Just keep in mind it's got to go over top the emergency brake cable and into position there. So cut it back. So we now have the transmission. Well, the transmission's not matter, but the engine is, by God. It's in there. Chris is going to do a quick little what he did to kind of help you out if you're pulling the engine in and out of this thing, like what you got to do to put it back in real quick.
Well, guys, since the motor mount has got this nice slit in it right here, what I do is just run your new bolt through it, or your existing bolt. Your factory bolt works just fine also. This just happens to be a new stainless steel bolt washer and everything. Just put your bolts through where the mounts are in the motor, pick it up. As soon as when you lower it down, at least you have a guide pin to rest the motor on the mount. It makes a whole lot easier than trying to put the motor in, then put your bolt through. It's just a whole lot easier. It's just the way I do it. Been doing it like that for years.
Now, obviously, we pulled the transmission out with the engine, so one thing we did to help us was we had a jack underneath the tranny to kind of guide the transmission in place to keep it above that, because you don't want it resting on that emergency brake cable. So, but it's in, guys. So next up, we're going to mount these two bolts, torque them down so the engine is firmly in place, and then we're going to mount the transmission. So we'll be back in a second.